Welcome to 12 Days of Creativity, a music production challenge that helps you finish more music and gets you creating. I'll guide you through crafting a full track in 12 videos, blending technical insights with confidence-boosting tips. More info and how to enter, check out the link below. One person will also have a chance to win an amazing gift bundle. Everybody who finishes the challenge will also get some amazing production-related treats, and whoever is the most active sharing their process in social media will get a surprise gift. Big thank you also to the sponsors of this series. Now let's get creating. Day 10. Well done getting this far. This is basically, we're learning now about storytelling. What is storytelling? So storytelling, usually we consider something lyrical. Once upon a time, there was a blah, 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 blah. We have a conflict, we have a resolution. But in composition, you can use techniques to do the same without lyrics, but with music. And that's basically what classical music is. And nowadays, we don't really focus on this enough, I think. So here are some of my favorite tips for you on storytelling. 1. Copycat. So what that means is that on the main vocal, I have a melody. I love you more, boys. It's very much the distinctive melody of this whole track. And so I believe that that's almost like a motive of the whole track. It means a melody or a thing that happens more than once. It's a repetition. And so I added a instrument here, and this is, you can use whatever instrument you have in your Ableton Live, but I have BA1 from Baby Audio. Now I composed a melody that is copying, almost like duplicating the main motive. Here we go. So even though the actual vocal melody kind of goes slightly different, that same motive stays with this synth. Tip 2 is call and answer. One instrument says do 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 la da 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 la da 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 da. Example. So we are having call and answer conversation between instruments. Beginning of the B part, I have these atmospheric vocals. Ooh, so good. So the same instrument here that we just had, the BA1 of Baby Audio, now it's having a conversation with these vocals. Mä tarvin aikaa, tin tin. Mä tarvin lisää, tin. Mä tarvin. And then there's those once notes, and then in the end, di 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 di. And then we have. So it's almost like playing around with the same motives of the same melody, but just answering to those with slightly different theme. 3, layers, so harmonies. That is one way of taking story forward. With time, we're adding more and more harmonies into a melody or a motive. So now listen, I've created another track here, melody 2, and this is the same instrument, BA1, with the same settings, but a little bit more reverb on it. And what I've done is I've taken the same melody as before, but I've put it up, I think 5, and I made a harmony for it. you're not sure how to do that, so you duplicate this like that. You highlight the notes and you just put them up. And you listen together with the original melody to make sure that they fit together. As long as you're using the scale grid, the scale option in Ableton Live, and you stay on the colorful grid, it should be sounding okay. Depending on the chord, just move them up and down on the colorful lines and you'll find notes that sound good together. Here's the harmony. So good. And what happens after this is that I added another layer on the top of it. Can you see? So this is the first harmony, and then here is the third harmony on the top of. So I duplicated that harmony and put it higher. Even higher. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. So good. Now let's listen that section with all of that, and you can hear how it grows. First harmony. Coming up. Yes, fourth storytelling element is a rhythmic element, and personally I love using arpeggiated synthesizers. I am in Ableton Live 12, so arpeggiator looks slightly different. So I created a chord progression on a synth, so I use another BA1, and I created a chord progression, and this chord progression is the same one that we done in the day one. So I just duplicated it into another track here, and I just made the notes long, extended them to be long. So without arpeggiator, it sounds like this. Okay, and now with the arpeggiator. So I found a style that I like. So the style is the pattern of in which the notes go in, and this is how it sounds. Oh, beautiful. And on the top of that, I added a lot of reverb from the return track. Arpeggiated synths are freaking amazing, especially to add atmosphere and take a story somewhere, because they are so rhythmic. Rhythm that takes you forward. You know, like the sound of a train. It has the same effect. It's something that kind of we feel like when we repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, it adds tension, 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 tension. What I did also is that I added auto filter with the filter on it. You can see that it's filtered. So what we're doing is we're opening up the resonance of the sound with slow time. So it sounds like this in the beginning. Slowly opens up. Because the frequency is opening up, you can see it's getting bigger and bigger. We can hear it better until we are here in the end. So it's open. If we get this feeling like it's opening up. Right now, my arpeggiated synth is in the end of A section and also end of the B section. So end of these really important sections where I want to add energy and feeling and power and emotion. So without it, it sounds a bit boring. But with it, adds so much energy to it. And when it's mixed, because right now there's quite a lot of frequency masking, so I need to mix this, but when it's mixed and we can actually hear it probably have its own place in the frequency range, so I feel like we need to add some saturator and stuff for it to like pop out from the mix. It's gonna be so good. Here's the daily inspiration, and this is my Patreon community member Andrew. Progress that I've seen him made is just incredible. He's not been producing only like 1.5 years, and he's making amazing tracks right now. Be inspired by Andrew. Here we go.
For some reason, I was quite afraid to share any of my music, and the first time I worked up the courage to play it to anyone else, it was as an entry to one of the monthly challenges on LNA's Patreon. While I'm now confident enough to share my music more widely, members of the Patreon community are often still the first people to hear it because I have come to value their opinions so highly.